Everything is always working out for you. Great day, Wheat. What up,
I
Wheat
trust that
Field?
everything is
What up,
always working out
guys?
for me.
Wheat. Trust that everything is always working out for you. Have you affirmed
Things will
yourself
always
today?
work out for me in the best possible
If
way.
you haven't, take a minute to do so. Affirm you. What up, y'all? It's Wheat. Welcome back to the Wheat Field, y'all. Welcome to you. If you are new, hey, welcome to YouTube. This is your girl Lottie here at Tears of Wheat Tarot Show, where you show enough, never know what you're gonna get. We thank you so much for tapping in, beloved. We gotta get to ourselves and put in a pinned comment. This is a general. We're gonna say welcome because I don't think we ever put that in there. Welcome to the wheat field. Hey, Seed of David, thank you so much for tapping in. This is a general collective reading, and we're just gonna put the comments and then pin it so everybody can see it when they come in. We appreciate you all. And we're gonna give ourselves a thumb up because we like ourselves. To what? Hey! We are so excited to bring you today's message. We got a new book. We did. Y'all know we love books. And guess what it is? It's a dictionary. When was the last time you read a dictionary? Probably never. But that's just me. And it's an elementary dictionary because, words are elementary. That's where we learn how to spell, like cast beautiful spells over our lives. So I think it's significant that we return back to the basics and really just enhance our vocabulary. Like we're speaking goodness over self all the time, and words are wealth, right? So just be able to do it. And Spirit told us to, and we also have an etymology dictionary coming to pair with this. So we're pretty excited, not only to, expand our vocabulary and just basic terms, right? It's so many words in here that we haven't used in forever as we are moving our mindset from lack to lavish to have more descriptions and being able to speak in detail is important. And also understanding the origin of things. So, where does a word come from? What did it originally mean? So that we're speaking in a way that the universe understands what we are asking for so that it can deliver it. So, we're getting out of this text, the Spirit actually took us to a couple of words. You'll see our little rubber bands, our little placeholders, and they wrote them down. Y'all know how they do. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how it goes. It's Tears of Wheat Tarot Show. You show enough, never know what you're going to get. We are bringing a channeled message from the Most High God, the Alpha and the Omega, and they use the tarot to support it. Yes, yes, yes. They gave us the letter K, the letter E, and they gave us, was it something else? They said not, Knot. They gave us knowledge, and they told us to look up the definition. They gave us a Komodo dragon, which was interesting. We got the word emulate, and we got the word manhole, right? So somebody, it was given knot, like trying to tie you in a knot or keep you bound, right? And it's given knowledge to know something, and it's given through life experience is the definition. And it gave us Komodo dragon, and we were thinking like, okay, so Komodo dragons, I believe when they bite you, they have like this venom, and it infects you, and then they just kind of wait, right? Until your demise, and then they come and eat you. Like, they ain't got to do all of this, extraness. They just follow you. And emulate was given the same thing, like somebody who's emulating you, they're copying you, they are, trying to take on your personality, your persona, your energy, just trying to copy it and emulate you. It's not given like flattery, like, copying is the best form of flattery. It's not giving that. It's almost like somebody wanting to dismiss you or kick you out and take your place in something. But they can't take your place of your energy, right? They cannot They can't emulate you. They can't copy you. They may be able to. Yeah, see, look, they gave us the imposter syndrome as an accompanying message. Hey, Eric, thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you so much for your compliments, for your energy. Spirit said you are the real deal, right? And you are living in your authentic truth, and there is somebody that wants to emulate you. It's almost like want to bind you up, but it's something about your knowledge, your experience, and this is the experience that you get, or the learning you get just by living through a situation, right? Through going through it. I am again picking up on this Komodo dragon, like somebody that may be trying to, sink their teeth in you, inject some sort of venom, and then just watch and wait for your demise. So it's giving like a slow burn type of energy. Yeah, it's pretty insidious, you know. But it's like you don't have to do, they don't do a lot of effort. They just freaking bite you and wait for you to pass out, is what it's giving. So we're going to the first word, emulate, which means to try to be like or do better than. She grew up emulating her sports heroes. And that's not a bad thing. Like if you're trying to copy, like if I wanted to be a sports, like follows my sports hero, I know it's coming out weird. It's something about communication, so maybe that's a better example. But I'm picking up on sports and I'm seeing Serena Williams, like a tennis player, right? And somebody who is considered like the GOAT in a profession. And if I'm a young aspiring tennis player, I would aspire to be like Serena or Venus. And I would try to emulate them and take on their characteristics, whether it's their discipline, their work ethic, being tenacious, and like the way I'm seeing the word aggressive, like how they just attack, the sport. So that could be a good thing, but not to emulate somebody to the point where you want to replace them. That's something different. That's what I'm getting here. Which is the next word they gave us? Manhole. Is that what you wrote? They put manhole and they gave us like Joe Soul. Have y'all seen the movie Soul from Disney? Because that's what I was getting. Yeah, why? Yeah. It says a covered hole in the street large enough to let a person pass through. And they gave us this picture. Look. You see that? Like, I don't know if my finger is in the right place because I can't see. But it's given like the Komodo dragon, like somebody kind of injecting some sort of venom, and that whoever this person is giving emulating your energy or trying to take on your personality, and they are looking back to see like what's happening or focused on you so much that they can't see that they're about to fall down a manhole. I was like, wow, look at, because they wrote Joe right here at the bottom. So I don't know if y'all can see that. It says Joe. That's what they wrote. And then it says soul. And y'all see how the L is backwards? And they wrote it backwards like somebody, I don't know, how this is going, but it's like somebody not paying attention and they fall to their own demise because they're waiting for you to kind of. The Komodo dragon puts their poison and then they follow their prey around and they wait for the prey to kind of get so weak where they can come in and consume it. Right? That's what it's given. And if somebody is like doing something to you and they are trying to bind you with a knot, they are trying to assume your energy or just like kind of emulate what you do so that they would be a replacement once they, get rid of you. This person would be trying to look and see if what they're doing has some sort of effect on you. Like if it has weakened you, if it has stopped you, if they've successfully bound you, is what it's given. But they are so hyper focused on you that they are getting ready to fall into a manhole themselves, beloved. It's super weird. It's like paying so much attention to trying to destroy somebody else that you don't realize that you are about to destroy self, right? And what I got, and I love the movie Soul, like from Disney. I think, Jamie Foxx did a wonderful job at voicing, and I feel like, the principle in that movie, like life is to be lived, the knowledge of that you gain just through life experiences is something that you have to um sense for self. Like our body of knowledge is going to be slightly different because the way I experience life is unique to me. You're going to learn it slightly different because it's unique to how you experience it, which is why we can never like invalidate a person's experience. You can't invalidate a person's feelings because they in themselves are experiencing it in a very unique way, right? So the knowledge that we get from that lived experience is going to be slightly different, even if we understand the same principles. Y'all get the gist, right? So somebody is attempting to take your place through the act of emulation, through, infesting your life with some sort of poison is given, like toxic relationships, toxic connections. And this person is waiting to see if whatever they're doing in your life is going to have some sort of ill adverse effects. And with them being so focused on you, they are subject to fall down a manhole and unalive themselves. Now, I don't know if that unaliving is physical, like just like that, if it's metaphorical. Could be, you know what I mean? It's just like a thing. Like while you trying to hurt me, you ended up hurting yourself kind of energy. And it's like you knowing that people act like this, the people that would be in your stratosphere, in your orbit, that have this type of mindset and disposition, right, to try and bind you, is a part of your knowledge base, your lived experience, and it's given like you would know this person because they try their best to emulate you in your characteristics. And it's given like you the real thing. See, the imposter syndrome, you're not a fraud, right? You deserve whatever success that you have, and it comes from you believing in yourself. So somebody has an issue with feeling like a fraud. They know that they are because they're trying to, copy you, emulate you, do things the way that you do them. So thank you to the Most High God for bringing us that message. I know it was a little bit choppy. It's these ingredients. The Most High God gonna pull it together. It's gonna make a meal so that we could be edified and spiritually strengthened and bear the yoke that's on these shoulders, beloved. It starts slow. Old school Crisco. We got to get out the can and into the pan. And they come in and turn the heat up. We get to cooking. We know a little bit of what. Look, we got this. Moving forward. What did they say? It says, when I think about this and all the impact it's having on you, I feel great sadness. You've been doing your best, but rather than making things better, your copying strategies have made everything worse. What did they just say? Emulation. And then turn to the page in his book and say that copying strategies, you have made everything worse. You came to the wrong conclusion a long time ago, but there's nothing wrong with that. These strategies are working against you, and you never had the chance to find that out. You ended up building a prison around yourself, which isolates you from those around you, so that you never see your successes. Swinging between overworking and avoidance. It says, before you can move on, I want you to consider everything in the chapter. So if you're reading the book, you would have to think about the chapters. It says, how have copying strategies been affecting you? Wow. Are you sacrificing your own health and happiness, right? What would it be like to have boundaries? Or getting into your own authenticity and your own uniqueness? If copying strategies are not working, what could they do instead? How do you know who has a good approach or, in your relationships? That's what it's given. When we talk about somebody copying you, the spirit is telling this person that them copying you or trying to emulate you is not working for them. It is not a winning strategy. It's given that they don't have the lived experience, they don't have the knowledge to make it either believable or just to, work in a feasible type of way. So I could, the best way I could think about this is it's giving me kind of like an example, and y'all, I'm getting a lot of downloads, and it's kind of cloudy. I'm picking up confusion, like somebody being confused. It's giving like, say if you know how to do something, you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you've been doing it for a long time, and somebody wants to copy you and kind of take on that persona, but they don't know as much as you. It's giving like them trying to pick up, or just copy what they see on the outside. If they were to be put to test, they wouldn't have the knowledge. It's given like it would be an exposure. It would be like, oh, you really don't know what you're talking about. You really don't know what you're doing. You really not that, through and through. You're just copying what you've seen and you think that it's gonna work for you. That's what it's given. Like, somebody that could fake it, thinking they could fake it till they make it, but they don't have enough experience in order to truly make it. And whoever this person is, they want to replace you, the real. And I don't know why they trying to do it, but it's definitely like they trying to replace you, and that's just it. Yeah. Where are we at, Spirit? Um, what? It's something about this section, so we just gonna read it because I don't know what the spirit is telling us. For 20 years, Dr. David R. Hawkins used kinesiology, the study of human movement. Somebody is studying how you move. Somebody studying how you move to emulate you. Thank you, Spirit. Because I'm like, what are they saying? For 20 years. The study of human movement. Somebody been studying you for a long time. I don't know if 20 years is applicable, but that's a long time. Like somebody has really been sitting back watching you and studying how you move. Wow. It's like trying to copy your energy, trying to copy your vibe. It could be how you speak, how you think, how you dress, your vernacular, like everything. That's weird. And that's definitely not fruitful because you can't copy somebody else's whole energy. Like you can't cloak their energy. You cannot you could try to mask it or emulate it, but it's gonna feel fake. It's not gonna work. I'm seeing emotional states and something corresponding with vibration. Somebody is really trying to take on your frequency. It's like emulate you. And it says the highest frequency is 700 to 1,000 hertz, which at enlightenment is achieved. So somebody is working towards their enlightenment, right? And somebody is trying to emulate that. At the same time, they're trying to set you up and take your place, right? And I don't know if it's like in some sort of like a race to get somewhere to achieve something is what it's given, but it's definitely like they're trying to copy or emulate your frequency, your vibration, your vernacular, like your flow, like your whole vibe this person is trying to take on. And they study how you move, and they've been studying your movements for a minute. Yeah. See, it's definitely getting like, I don't know if they're trying to make people feel something. Okay. So, whoever this person is, they study you, they study your movements, they study your energy, they study you in general. They're trying to emulate you. They want to be either like you, or I'm hearing surpass or exceed you, right? Just again, like I was getting, like if I'm a young aspiring tennis player and Serena is my hero, I would want to be better than Serena. So I would study her. I would, emulate her moves. The same way that Michael Jackson emulated James Brown, the same way that Chris Brown emulates Michael Jackson. You look at somebody like they are either at the top of their game or they have all this skill and all this knowledge, like, you know, they've gotten to where you want to be, but they are trying to copy everything about you, right? Is giving, yeah, like that same thing. Like, so say, like, why Chris Brown gets offended when people be like, you know, you greater than Mike, and he like, no, Mike is like, that's the status, that's the bar, right? It's giving honor to the one that he's emulating, but this person would not give honor to you. If anything, um they would want to push you out the way. They would want to take your place. They want to assume your whole identity. They want to assume your position and insert themselves. And it's like being in your energy is giving some sort of poison to your aura. They would continue to try to, you know, either discourage you, make you feel like you cannot do whatever it is that you're doing, or something of the sort, where they move you out of position so that they can assume it. And they will wait, and it's given a long time waiting for this to really happen, because a Komodo dragon waits for their poison to take effect. It weakens their prey, and then they come in and attack, right? They don't, it's not just like, you know, some vicious type of thing. If they scratch you or something like that, they can just make some sort of small injury where, and then they follow you. But whoever this person is paying so close of attention to you that they're not paying any attention to themselves. And then that, the fact that they're so hyper fixated on you, they will cause their own demise. It's given, again, fall into a fucking manhole and miss the whole thing. And what did Joe from Soul figure out? Like, he had missed his life trying to find its purpose, yo. Like, thinking that this one thing that I love to do is my sole purpose, when they miss the whole fucking life experience. So I don't know who you are, but it's definitely something that you do, and you got a person, a Komodo dragon type of energy in your atmosphere who's poison to your aura, and they are trying to emulate you. They're actually trying to bind you, to stop you, push you out of the way so that they can take your place, is what it's given. But they are so hyper focused on you that they will hurt themselves in the process. You are a breath of fresh air. That's coming through. Wow. Wow. Yeah, you talking about emulating somebody, Teresa. That's wow. Welcome to the wheat field. Thank you so much. Miss Angie, welcome. Goddess Retrieval, welcome. Thank you so much for tapping in. Thank you guys for being here. Monica, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And those who are helping manage the chat, you know, keeping it friendly and positive. Thank you, thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you so much. Look, visions. Yeah, so not only are you a breath of fresh air, different, refreshing, like, you know, I can breathe type of energy, but it's giving somebody that has the ability to see visions. Thank you guys. Yeah, it's giving visions. And so somebody would want to take on your energy. Yeah, hawk. Somebody hawking you. When I say watching and studying you, hawking you. I'm hearing LL Cool J back in the day. Businessmen in suits hawking you. Baby hair pumping, lip gloss is shining. I think you in the mood for whining and dining. We should go out and eat somewhere. We got a lot of private jokes to share. Yeah, see, you could be a person that gets a lot of attention. People could, you know, really value your presence, your knowledge, your experience. And somebody's watching you. Yeah, we see flashing lights is in reverse. They definitely turning it upright, right? Flashing lights. I always hear Kanye West, flashing lights. Somebody, it's a thing with communication. I am getting a heavy stutter and a block on communication. So that could be the knot, right? It could be like somebody's trying to bind your communication, what you're saying, or something like that. You are limitless that's coming through. So it's definitely giving a lot of, you know, potential. Is giving like you could go whichever direction you want to go in. You could be a person that has a lot of different talents, a lot of different skill. This this one. We see show grace, look, your frequency. And we read about your frequency in a book. Something about frequency, 700 to 1,000 hertz. And it's given reaching enlightenment. Yeah, reaching enlightenment. I'm hearing one more. One more. This. Yeah. And then divinely connected to nature. Okay. So what they're giving us is a chakra spread, right? Anything else in here you want to look at the energy? Yes. Which one? This one? This. Look at the energy. Beloved. Beloved is here. Definitely an enlightened one, beloved. Wow. Okay. Yeah, living the dream. Look at that on the bottom. Living the dream. Somebody doesn't like they like you, but they don't like you. Right? It's given like they emulate you for the point of taking your place. Not to pay honor, not to pay respect. They want to take your place, beloved. That's what it's given. It says from a root standpoint, like root chakra, crown chakra, we're getting sacral, we're getting solar plexus, we're getting heart, we're getting throat, we're getting third eye, energy. So sixth chakra. Root chakra says you are divinely connected to nature. So you could be a person that definitely enjoys the outdoors. We just made a joke today about being in our flannel. We were feeling like a little, female lumberjack. Right. But anywho, that's what we I don't know why we was in that vibe, but we was. We literally just said that today. So it's given like you need to be outside. Like you could, either be woodsy, you could garden, you could like the beach and water, you could like, the fall trees, something like that. Like you need to be outside and get fresh air. Divinely connected to nature, like you ground outside, and you have a very high frequency. It's something about your vibration. It's out of this world, right? Like vibrating high, understanding who you are, what you bring to the plane, your whole unique self. Again, you are limitless. All this potential is giving. Spiritual birth is giving very powerful. It's giving determination, right? It's giving like you are a breath of fresh air. Like your heart, like it's pure, it's open, you are welcoming, like you are giving. It's like light, light-hearted energy. I'm also getting visions. You could speak out about the things that you see, the things that you vibrate with, like these potential ideas. Your lived experience is what is given. Like what you see based on that is giving you speak it out like in a very powerful way. And flashing lights is here. Is giving third eye chakra. I don't know if you are seeing something in terms of like I'm hearing words like either high society, like public facing, social status, because again, I was hearing Kanye West flashing lights, right? Like being not just necessarily in the limelight, but for somebody you could, right? That could be a dream for you. Or the spirit may have shown something like that to you. So somebody is definitely hawking you, right? Like understand that people are watching you, right? Know that they would not either want to emulate you for the sake of like giving honor and homage, like yeah, this is the person that I watched. I did what I could to emulate their characteristics, right? I was able to, still do that in a very authentic way for self, to who I am. But you also have a person who's watching you to take your place, beloved. And that's something very different. So let's get the dream cards out because it's something about flashing lights. I'm seeing like, again, that social status. I'm seeing something. Take in everything life has to offer, the happy and the sad. Trust that you are always where you should be and you are given the lessons you need to move forward. Now, that is crazy. Why? Because in this book, the imposter cure we just looked at, not only did they open up the page, in the page that chapter said, not only did it say move forward, but they gave us the word knowledge and told us to read the definition of it. And it says the lessons, like that experience, right? So the knowledge says that you have lived experience, the intelligence you get from just living and going through some stuff. You don't get to be, our mature ages and not going through things and learning something about it. It's some things you only learn through lived experience. Like that's it. And it's something about either you could be sharing lived experiences or something like that, and that could put you in the limelight. And it's you doing it in a very real and authentic way. So I don't know if somebody trying to, do the same thing. You could be a content creator, you could be doing something online, but it's given like, you sharing your lived experiences and somebody is trying to emulate you, beloved. See, creating something. If you could create anything you wanted, what would it be? It's definitely somebody is creating the vision that the spirit has shown them, and it's based on your lived life experiences and the knowledge you have gotten from that. Somebody watching you do whatever it is that you're doing wants to not only take on your energy and emulate you, but they're poisoned to your aura and they're waiting for you to fall off so that they can replace you. Yeah, that's shit. Even though your dream is impossible right now, could you give it a chance to come true in the future? Spirit said your dream is going to come through in the future. We slid right back on that. So I don't know what you're creating in this day. If this is, again, you taking all that lived experience, all that knowledge, and using it to help move yourself forward and doing it in a very authentic way. But there's somebody that's watching you trying to stop you. Yeah. They want to take your place, I say. This one. Yeah. Say thank you to others as often as you can. Say thank you to life. Say thank you to yourself. Gratitude allows you to trust life and trust the foundation for dreams to come true. Definitely. Anything else in here? This one. Definitely giving me that gratitude opens doors. You are rooted, you are grounded, and it's like being thankful for finding you, for understanding who you are and like what life is all about. It is about the experience of living in the knowledge that you gain from just going through it. And you finding your purpose on this pathway, how you can contribute back to the world is like, somebody, they don't want to see you move forward. They want to take your place. This person is weird. See, now is the time to start doing what's good for you. This card came out yesterday. Somebody making the decision to do what's good for them. No longer waiting, right? It's like I'm getting into it. I'm doing it. I know that I'm limitless. I have all this potential. I can put out, this frequency. I can put out this contribution to Gaia, right? Like I'm making things better. It's purposeful. It's so connected. And somebody is so hell bent on copying you and stopping you, they are going to lead themselves to their own demise. That's what I'm picking up. This one. Instead of making excuses and telling yourself why you can't do something or why it's not possible, ask yourself if it is possible. That's for, I'm hearing for somebody else, the other person, and it's something about listening. So this person pays attention to you. They pay attention to what you say, what you do, how you act, your vibe, like all of it. They are hawking you. I mean, like, tough. Like, get you down to a science. That's the weird part. It's like somebody that would be watching you so tough to get you down to a science so that they can max their whole self like you. to become you, to assume you, to take what's meant for you and have it onto themselves, but that never works. It never works. It is a failing strategy. One, people can feel when it's not real. They can. You may fool them for a minute, you know what I mean? But eventually it comes off as forced. It comes off as fake. It comes off as plastic, beloved. That's why, like, people who are like Chris Brown, who emulate Michael Jackson, you know what I mean? They have to make it authentic and organic to themselves. So you know that, yeah, he was inspired by Michael Jackson. You could tell that that was one of his heroes, somebody he looked up to. But you also know, you feel Chris Brown, his authentic self, through that whole display. Like, he's not trying to be anybody else. It's a difference. See, star energy. Flashing lights, 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 lights. That's what I heard. See, somebody watching you. They see your energy. They see how you move. And to them, they aspire to be who you are or in your position. Don't count yourself out to be like, why somebody would want to be like me. Yes, the fuck they do. Somebody watching you. They trying to emulate your every motherfucking move. They would try to take your place if they could. They ain't going to. Manhole energy. They watching you so hard they don't even see their own demise coming. This one? Which one? This one. Yeah, Emperor. They trying to take your place so motherfucking hard. They trying to unseat you. You can't. Y'all, look. This right here, star to the Emperor. Fuck out of here. Of course, it's like that's somebody that has done the work. The Emperor is somebody that has mastered the whole 72 deck. Okay? That's where we at with it. Like, you done went through every court, like every suit, the wine, the cup, the sword, the pentacle, the coin. Like, you done been through it from the motherfucking 1 to the 10, the page to the king. You are the composite of all of those things. You think they ain't trying to emulate you? Of course they trying to emulate you. You the king. You talking about king. You past the king. That's Emperor. It's 4 kings in the deck and the Emperor. The Emperor is the composite of all 4 kings. You gotta go through the queenship to get to kingship in terms of character development, spiritual development. You got the Emperor with the star out. This is boss. This is stratosphere. You talking about flashing lights? Absolutely. So don't count yourself. Don't sleep on yourself. Please don't. Somebody ain't sleep on you. It's a lot of people that can see you. And it's somebody that's hawking you so motherfucking tough. They trying to emulate you in everything about you. Not for the sake of giving honor, not to give you your motherfucking flowers, not to be like, you paved the way. No shit, like, can you mentor me? Can you help me? Can you know, none of that shit. No, they want to take your motherfucking place. That's what that is. They want to take your place, beloved. Hermit. Yeah, somebody don't know how to be they self. And it's giving like you done came out, like you all the way out. Like, it ain't no sleeping, ain't no hiding, you know none of that shit. Limitless. You may have been a hermit in the past, but definitely coming out, right? So maybe people, you know, it's really like, what the fuck did they do? And they went into their self and came out and emerged as this Emperor star energy. You know, shit, how do I do that? Look, Temperance angel, balance, patience, harmony. I'm here for somebody's spiritual connection. And we do see an Empress. See, this Empress wants to take the Emperor's place. It's competition here. These are usually 2 people who would be able to get along. Right? And Empress is just as powerful in her own right. But and here I'm hearing that she wants to take the Emperor's place. Mm. And it doesn't have to have anything to do with gender. So take it how it resonates, right? You could totally be a feminine and it's emperor energy. It doesn't matter. It's just energy. Yeah, look, it's definitely giving spirituality. It's giving cup overflowing. You know, it is some sort of relationship with somebody that's challenged. This is a spiritual connection, is what it's giving. And I do feel it in reverse. Like, that's how they pulled it out. I flipped it upright to read it. It's definitely in reverse, beloved. We're seeing, you know, a blockage here. You know, I don't know if it's even just a repressed emotion from this other person. It's got to be something repressed within them because they are not in alignment with their true self. They're trying to emulate you, beloved. I'm saying the end of a relationship, an end of this spiritual connection, like the you are still spiritually connected, but you won't be communing with this person. There's no harmony, there's no balance. It's a challenge to that. This person is actually poison to your aura and they're trying to stop you. They're trying to take your place. Yeah, see, look, temperance coming through again. Temperance is, yeah, look, somebody moving forward. And I'm getting with strength and determination, yeah, towards their destiny at the end of the day. See, even though you may not have thought, whatever the spirit showed you is possible, but it is. And it's going to happen for you. And it's based off your own lived experience. Yeah. Yeah, tower. Tower. Tower moment coming. Wow, what would you like? Let's get some angel numbers and see. I know we 4112 in, and I really feel like it's really starting to come together. We, like, the Most High God is really cooking his meal. What they're saying is that somebody is around you that's trying to emulate you, right? They cannot emulate your body of knowledge because your knowledge comes from lived experiences. And those lived experiences are going to make a way for you. Not only your frequency, your vibration, the fact that you are so grounded and rooted, right? That you are a breath of fresh air. Look at this. Lessons learned. I can't make it up. It's the knowledge from living through it. It's knowledge from living through it. You can't fake that. You cannot fake lived experiences. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain your optimism, your energy, your frequency. Maintain your momentum. And know that the power of heaven has your back, and the reward goes to you. This reward, the fortune, your dreams come true. Look, moving forward with the lessons, right? Giving the lessons and lessons learned coming out. This. I got chills right now because it's like people be wanting the result of what you have, but they don't know what it took to get there. They don't know the road that you walked, how you gained and gathered the knowledge, the lessons that you learned. It comes from the road before. That's why they gave us the definition of knowledge. They said, I guess we're going to have to look and see grounding. Stay grounded, definitely. 432 is big. 432. I know. Y'all like, what is she doing? But look, here it is right here, knowledge. Understanding and skill gained by experience. The state of being aware of something or having information, right? You have a certain level of information, a range of information, or awareness. Yeah. Something that was learned and kept in your mind. It's like being knowledgeable. It's all about your lessons learned from your life experience. And how those lessons that you've learned are helping you move forward. And somebody trying to copy that, emulate that, and they haven't had the experiences to back it up, they are going to land themselves in a manhole or stuck in some sort of rut. It's given like people will recognize that they are not the real, right? You're emulating somebody else, you're impersonating somebody else, you're an imposter. Like you're not authentic. Everything that you get, you're getting because you're copying somebody else, beloved. That's what it's given. Drama alert 1717. Drama. Who the fuck is this person in your energy? They definitely gonna catch some karma for doing what they're doing. I'm getting intuition coming through and I'm seeing starting over. It's a start over for somebody. I'm getting for you. So I don't know what the spirit has showed you. It's definitely giving some sort of status. It's giving flashing lights type of energy. Like you could go somewhere. Your destiny could be, yeah, it's giving big. It could be that thing. It's giving notoriety. I'm not giving the examples that they're giving me for nothing. They gave us goats, like people who are undeniable. It's given indisputable. Serena Williams being a GOAT, that's not even a fucking conversation. We already understand that, right? Michael Jackson, like the GOAT, like period. Like there's no conversation. That's what I'm picking up. Slow down is coming here, and social skills. Yeah, slow down so that you can recognize the people that are around you. Somebody that is around you socially is trying to emulate you. They could be trying to copy your social skills. This 17 on the star is standing out. 17. 17 and 17, 17. Drama here. Take a few breaths, deep breaths to focus inward. Time to think and things over and consider your options. At this time, you must rely solely on yourself. You might not believe it, but you're heading in the right direction, which appears to be a lull in activity. It's just a natural part of the process. I'm giving a couple things on this. Not only does it say independence, it says soul missions, alone time, and learning, healing, and aspirations. A couple of those words we have already used. Who aspires to be like you? To assume your fucking identity, right? It's given learning. And we talked about learning lessons. We talked about knowledge. We getting soul mission, something that you're supposed to do, right? And I'm getting that alone means that it's like a long time, hermit, you coming out and you being in this seat is like whoever is trying to emulate you is not supposed to go with you. They're not supposed to be with you. They're actually trying to usurp you. They're trying to take your position from you. And this person is watching you. And if whoever this person is that you're connected to, you're going to be severing this relationship and going forward without them. 40 years and it's all coming out now. That's crazy because in the book we said that this person been watching you for a good 20. They read 20 years in the book. That's bananas. I can't even imagine. Now, again, like, it's people that we watch from a tarot standpoint, and we take notes and keys like, okay, because we're learning the art of tarot, but we're a channeled messenger. So it's not just like about, us understanding the cards. That's easy, right? But we've never been like a YouTube person or influencer engaging and holding an audience. It's always things that you can learn from a person. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to emulate somebody's whole fucking personality and their delivery and all of that shit. No. I'm going to understand through the watching, and then I continue to learn through my own experience. We watch ourselves. We watch the playback. Not only do we make the little clips, but it's like to continue to learn, beloved, like through experience. To look at ourselves objectively, subjectively, right? To continue to grow. But it would be different if somebody was watching us to emulate the style, to take the message and represent the same fuck thing as we already did. That's stealing, that's copying, that's plagiarism. And eventually people who do that get found out, right? Their channels get reported. They, you can go through those things to try to get them taken down because they're stealing your content. It's given like somebody wants to wrap themselves and emulate you to the point where they take your place. Shit. Y'all remember, I don't know if everybody knows who Eniko Dixon is. Eniko Dixon, she's the y'all know, I don't know why I can't get her song out right now. I'll be one of the greatest, that is a value, that is a promise. That her, right? King's affirmation. It was a person on TikTok, I think, that was emulating Eniko and got to the point where that she couldn't even use her own music. Like they were trying to say that she was the copycat instead of the person that was actually copying her. Yes. Yes. Her energy look, you love that song, Veronica, that is my junk. And I love Eniko. She's very distinct. They are, because she's, their pronouns are they and them. So they are very unique, very distinct, but they are one of those examples of how a person will want to emulate their style and take it on for themselves and get to the point where they will remove her, like they can't even access, the benefits to their own talent. Now, was it found out? Absolutely, because so many people was like, oh no, that's Eniko. Like for real. Like that's Eniko. Like we know who that is, and it's not that person, right? So now that person has a consequence of trying to steal their content, right? And Eniko is even bigger because it actually gave them more exposure. It really showed them like how deep their fan base was, people's loyalty and all that stuff. Like, no, you're not gonna steal their content because they're the ones that created it and we know it. It's given that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Crystalline. I will definitely post Eniko. Yeah, they would, and they got their recognition through TikTok. Like they would do, like how we come on here and do YouTube lives. They would set up like their whole little thing and do their music from their room. You know what I mean? And put together their little singles and streaming iCloud stuff like that. And now they're on tour, got albums and like all this stuff. Like it's crazy to see their growth, and I'm super proud of them. Like I'm super excited for what's happening with them. But it's definitely given like somebody being in your camp, you being a person with that breakout type of energy. Like they could see it on you and they would want to emulate you, but not to give you the flowers and the respect that you deserve. They would want to take you off your game to take your place. So what? Oh wow. Oh wow. Six of Cups. This is definitely somebody you've been knowing, and it's somebody from your past. Three of Cups, somebody that you chill with, that you hang with, that you exchange with. Knight of Wands. They really have. It's giving fire energy. It's giving anger, right? It's giving envy. It's giving this person immaturity. Right, they may want things in their life to develop more quickly, right? Trying to rush things, trying to force things. And Spirit gave us the energy of don't force. Like you don't have to force anything. When things are for you and it's aligned to you, it will be for you. And the fact that a person would be trying to emulate you and be paying so close attention to see if their efforts, the poison that they're putting in your stratosphere, like in injecting is what is given, like what kind of effect it takes so that they can eventually get you out the way. It's given like a slow burn, right? Like a slow type of poison that they've been injecting or that they did inject, and it's just like trying to fester and take root. Like it's definitely giving infection. Yeah, Four of Swords says healing. Two of Swords, somebody's going to have to make a decision to move away from this person, to get them out of their energy, to recognize them and to get them out of your energy. You may be like, oh, they're just trying to emulate me, or oh, you know what, isn't that funny? I'm hearing, isn't that coinky dink? So somebody may use words like that. You know, isn't that coinky dink? Like, that's interesting. I just did that. And now they're, huh, huh. It's like all these little things starting to come to mind. Like you're starting to notice the copying. You're starting to notice the posturing, right? The impostership for some reason is what I'm seeing. It's a word if y'all understood it. Impostership. Somebody is definitely trying to emulate you, to take on your characteristics, redisplay something back, and take your place. But they're doing it in a way where they're so focused on you that they're going to get their karma. Eight of Swords. I told you not. K-N-O-T. Somebody is trying to bind you. They're trying to stop you. Four of Wands. This is somebody that could be family, home. They don't want you to reach some sort of celebration. You see how they wrote not up there? K-N-O-T, knowledge. They gave us a definition. They said Komodo dragon. Komodo, and somebody's trying to emulate you. They said that they were going to fall in a manhole. I'm trying to get my hand right so y'all can see it. A manhole. And they gave us Joe from the movie Soul. Yeah. See, Joe ended up, like, at the end of the movie, getting a second lease on life, like, to understand that it was more about the experience of living and taking joy in the everyday things than it was about what they considered to be their purpose for living, what they thought was their purpose. See, you could be a person that's just doing something based on living life experiences, and lessons learned. And whatever that thing is going to make a way for you. It's giving lavish type of energy. We've been talking about moving from lack mindset to lavish. And maybe that's where you're at. Like understanding how everything you've gone through has paved the way for you. Even if in the past you didn't think it's possible, but you do know that even if it's not right now, the time will be made right. Like divine timing is always at play. And what's for you will not miss you. It will come to you. You move towards it, it will move towards you, beloved. And somebody is trying to move towards what belongs to you, right? And that never works. You cannot move towards somebody else's destiny because it doesn't belong to you. It's not aligned to you. And what you would end up doing is missing out on your own destiny or delay its coming because you are not operating in your own authenticity. Yeah. Let's see. What else would you like? Spirit said, know that people are watching you. I'm hearing get activated, and I'm hearing soul journey. So I don't know how many they're going to pull out. It's going to be quick because we pretty much at the end of our lunch break, beloved. So I'm hearing 1 and 1. I do see throat chakra, and we got throat chakra down here. It says visions for throat chakra. So continue to speak out the vision that the Most High God has given you. And I'm seeing the vision is flashing lights for somebody, so don't let nobody take that vision away from you. See, alchemy, transmute, absolutely. Let their ass watch and transmute this energy. Continue to transmute even your life experiences into more knowledge, more power, and use your discernment about your relationships and the person that's around you or people that are around you, right? People who you are sharing and giving with. And you could know this person because they emulate you, beloved. They emulate you. And look, it says, each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemists to perform miracles of transmutation. That is so huge. true knowledge, right? True alchemist. Somebody is fake because they don't have the knowledge base. They didn't live it. You could be accessing knowledge from past life cycles coming out of this hermit. You could have literally been in there, gone through the soul searching, cracked open your Akashic records, gone in there, remembering the knowledge, allowing it to come first. How you got into the Emperor, how you got into the Star, how you came to self mastery is really tapping into all of that background knowledge through lived experiences, past life cycles. This person could never truly emulate or cloak themselves in your energy. Absolutely not, because they don't have the experience. They didn't live it. They didn't live it. So they just don't have it. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability in remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential, which is limitless, right? Spirit said you are limitless, limitless potential. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge, and they wrote knowledge on the paper. We just re-showed it to y'all. Accessing that knowledge, you, this true alchemist, to perform the miracles of transmutation, you could change your whole world. And you standing on that knowledge of lessons learned. Don't sleep on yourself, because there's so many people watching you. Look, humor, not only laugh at their ass is what it's given. This shit is funny. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Yeah. Somebody afraid, probably afraid to be found out. This shit is laughable. Yeah, look, abundance. Your abundance is here. Man, look, self-esteem. They need to get their shit together. It's something about, emulating another person. So you want to take over them. You don't want to give them their flowers. That says something about you, your authenticity, that you cannot be yourself. You're not being true to your own heart. Man, yeah. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Light on voluntary escape. You are loved, beloved. And when you live in your truth and other people can see it, they can do one or two things. They can appreciate it and give you your flowers for it, or they will try to destroy it because they don't live in their own authenticity. They don't live and understand their own light, right? It's like the lack of security, the lack of confidence would make them, and envy and jealousy would make them want to take what doesn't belong to them, what belongs to you. They haven't found it within themselves. Great day, Miss Angie. You gotta go. I gotta go too. We right here. We about 2 minutes over, so we gonna call it. We are definitely calling it doubt. See, they challenged with doubt. Yeah, and success. This person doesn't believe in their own ability to make it on their own volition. Therefore, they have to emulate you and try to take you off of your position. They would stay connected to you just so that they can poison you and kind of continue to put in seeds of doubt and things that would take you off of your route. This is a drama alert for somebody. Watch and see who you spent or who is emulating you, trying to copy you. Is somebody that you spend time with. And I'm getting like your life experience, the time that you have already spent is opening up doors for you, beloved. That's what we're getting. Stay grounded. Somebody is uniquely connected to nature, and grounded is here. So you may need to get out and spend some time. Yeah. Maybe that meditation will help you see clearly, like, who is this enemy that's following you, waiting for you to fall off, waiting for you to fall off. so that they can assume your position. I thank y'all so much for coming through. I thank you so much for listening. I saw the number 6333, so that's 9 and 6 that's coming through, which breaks down to the number 15. That's devil toxic energy. You definitely have a hidden enemy. But 1 and 5 breaks down to a 6. It's given that everybody gonna get what they deserve. Yeah. They watching you so hard, they gonna fuck around and fall down the manhole and destroy themselves. But that's the way it goes. To the next now. I love y'all so much. Thank you for joining us here on the Tears Louis Tarot Show. You show enough, never know what you can get. Thank you for sticking through it, allowing these ingredients to come together to make a meal, beloved, because it was given like a mixed bag of what. We didn't know what Spirit was saying except for them little bits of guidelines, right? It's given, for some reason, I keep hearing increase your vocabulary. Not to say that your vocabulary is not great, but it's giving something about getting back to the basics, right? So as we are speaking, using our throat chakra, we can speak beautiful spells over ourselves. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. You said that's what you told her? You got one in your house? What is it? I gotta see. Oh, you, Veronica from I Inspire Tarot, beautiful channel messenger. She says, yes, I always remind people we're all born with the innate ability to tap in. Not everybody has the willingness to be surrendered to the spirit. They don't. Everybody don't. And it's like the patience that it takes to do it. Right? It's something about the patience. I know you said you're having a side chat, but it's like, the patience to be able to surrender yourself in that way and allow yourself to go through the transformation. Not everybody truly does that. They just don't. I mean, not everybody has the ability to look at themselves in the mirror. They just don't, right? Like, the one girl that I spoke to, and me and her would have our conversations. We were doing a podcast together for a little minute, and then it kind of, waned off, and we didn't get a chance to finish it, right? But one thing she said to me that stuck out, which I thought was so, like, boom, right? Is getting to the point where you can really look at you. You know what I mean? Like a person who does not have the opportunity or the ability to look at themselves and it's like accept themselves fully. Where you can look in the mirror and like for 5 minutes. Some people can't look at themselves for 5 to 10 seconds, let alone a sustained 5-10 minutes of looking at you and your reflection and affirming yourself, beloved. If you are not able to really look at yourself and accept your own reflection and go within and to affirm you and really show that self-care and self-love, then we know esteem is an issue, right? Being able to live in your truth and authenticity is an issue. It could be self-doubt, it could be shame, it could be so many things that are in that prevent you from being able to just look at self. And hermit, where you get that spiritual awakening and raising your vibrational frequency, comes from the ability to observe you, to be able to witness you, to accept you, and that's your whole you, integrating your shadow with your light. Like you are not just this, you're not just that. We're never all wrong and we're never all right. It's somewhere in the middle. And when you can accept you and get to the point of self-mastery, of course people are going to be looking, they're going to be wondering. Some are going to envy and some are going to be jealous, right? They may try to take on the outcome, the end result of what you look like having done the work, but it's going to be fake and it's going to lead them to their demise because they truly didn't do the work. It's all a lie. Impostership. It never fucking works, beloved. I love y'all just like I love me because that's my capacity. But it's growing and expanding on a daily. And I thank you so much for being here, for growing and expanding with us, I love you just like I love the Alpha and the Omega, the infinite intelligence moving on the breath of life that brings together all things in divine timing. What you want wants you to. It's aligned to you. And as you step towards it, it steps towards you. Can't nobody take your shit. Don't even let nobody tell you that they can, beloved, because that is a crock of shit. To the next now. This one's done. Ashe, beloved. Mwah.